Yeah. Mic check, 1, 2. It's your boy Time Out. Yo, aka T Matrix coming back to you once again. Hold on 1 second. Let me do this real quick. Alright, now I turned up my volume. It's your boy Time Out, aka T Matrix back again. Coming to y'all live and direct, man, with another banger. Another straight up heat conversation, yo. Check this out. Let me go ahead and get right into it. So I put distorted. I put in the description distorted messages, purpose. And then I had the title "Reign Forever." So I just wanted to talk about this. Talk about this for a little bit. All right. In the story, I know a lot of people seen the movie Transformers, right? A lot of people seen the Transformers, right? And when I look at Transformers, I see something totally different than a lot of people see, and I don't know if it's only me or not. It's just a lot. It's a lot that I see on in that movie Transformers. It's a lot of stuff that's going on, man, and it's being put directly into your face, and the message is being trippy all at the same time. So let's get into it. So we start off with the Transformers. They're from another planet. Their planet's resources is dying, or whatever. So they have to leave, and they need to find some resources from another planet, right? And now this gets deep real quick. So they need to find resources from another planet. They go and they find resources from Earth, right? And then they go and find the cube and all of this stuff, whatever. And basically, you have two different sides. You got the Transformers that everybody knows and loves. That's Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, and the whole gang, right? But then you got the Decepticons, right? The Decepticons are considered the so-called villains of the movie. They considered the villains of the movie, right? Have you ever asked yourself why were they considered the villains? Like, just sit and think about it for a second. All right, the Decepticons wanted to bring back the cube to their planet, to restore their planet, and get their planet going, get their planet back to the former glory that it was, right? That's what the Decepticons wanted to do. They wanted to get their planet back to the former glory of what it was. At least from everything that I've seen on this subject. You know, and if you're new here, if you're just tuning in, I'm gonna jump back. I'm gonna rewind back. Or whatever. Because I want people to really tap into this right here. Like, this is it's really, it's a deep thing. It's a deep thing. So, and I know it's gonna be a lot of people that's gonna be like, "Nah, man, the Transformers is the good guys," But you know, like, all right, were they really the good guys? Like, I mean, you gotta really think about this thing, man. Like, all right, I'm gonna just tell y'all. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna give it to you in a different way, to where you could think about it. All right, so, all right. Matter of fact, before I even do that, let me go back. Let me go back and reiterate what I was saying. So you have the Transformers, which are Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, the whole gang, right? That's the whole gang that's considered the good guys, in the Transformers, and then you have the Decepticons, who are considered the enemies, you know, because they want to take the cube and they want to restore their home planet back to its former glory. All right, they are fighting for their planet, and the Transformers are fighting for a whole nother planet that they just recently discovered, or whatever. So they fighting for the people of a foreign planet, and then the Decepticons are fighting for their planet. All right, so now let's look at this whole situation in a different light. All right, say for instance, um, dang, how can I put this? How can I put this? Say for instance, some people came to Earth, right? And these people, all right, like these people. Matter of fact, we ain't even gonna put it like that. I'm gonna put it like this. Say for instance, all right, uh, Earth resources was like declining, right? Say it started declining, and we needed to do something to replenish the Earth resources, right? So say we scour out and we say, okay, we're gonna find something from another planet, and we go get it to replenish the Earth's resources, right? So we go and do it. What's this right here? Absolutely. Okay. Yeah. So we go over to Mars, right? And we find the resources that we need on Mars, right? All right. Say it's 30 of us all together, right? 30 of us all together. We done left Earth. We done went to Mars. We scouted out Mars and we found the resources that we needed on Mars, right? We get to Mars, and out of the 30 of us, 15 of us say, you know what, man, um, I don't think it's right that we should take this stuff from Mars. But then the other 15 is like, no, the original plan was to come here, get the resources, and leave and go back home. All right, now that whole story is like it's opened up to so many can of worms, man. Because for the people of Earth, like if you're fighting for the people of Earth, then the people of Earth would be the heroes in that story. But if for them 15 people who decided to start fighting for Mars, to the people of Mars, they would be the heroes, and then the other people would be the villains. So when I say when I say like it's kind of like that's that whole story. It's a lot going on in that Transformers, man. There's a lot going on, like, and you have to like sometimes we take the narrative that that these people who make these movies give us, and a lot of the times we're too accustomed to taking the narrative of how it originally appears. We just go with the narrative. We automatically start rooting for the good guy, or whoever they painted out to be the good guy. We start rooting for that good guy. No context clues, no thought process, no internal internal modeling system of integrity, no nothing. We just automatically, okay, he's supposed to be the hero. We accept it without no context thinking or anything. We just go accept it. That's how we do when we be watching these movies. I be doggone. I be like, nah, man. Sometimes I be seeing a lot of stuff. I see a lot of stuff, and in that movie, depending on who you're rooting for, in the Transformers, depending on who you're rooting for. Like if you're rooting for the people of Earth, then the Transformers would be heroes. But if you following the original storyline to where they supposed to go and bring back stuff for their planet, then that would make the Decepticons, that would make them the heroes. And that means Metatron and his gang, all of them, those are heroes. Like if depending on, it's all how you look at it. It's all how you look at it. Let's bring it full circle. Let's bring it full circle real quick. Okay, so all right, to bring it full circle. Do I got the chat up? Yeah, I think I got the chat up. To bring it full circle. All right, you have a people who are in a land, and the people are taken from their land and brought to a new land, right? With all kinds of harsh and strict rules placed upon them, right? And over time, the rules lighten up. They seem to lighten up over time, but still, that people has no real power because they were stripped and taken from their native land. All right, who's the villain in that story? You know what I'm saying? So it's different ways to look at the stuff that's going on in these movies. It's different ways, man. And I said all of that. I said all of this to say, just to do some mental some thought provoking exercises, for us to open up our minds and to start really evaluating how we see life, step by step. You know what I'm saying? And all of that, all of that, I was just saying that, cause I just got finished doing this one song, and the name of the song is called "Rain Forever," not Rain RAIN, but Rain as in REIGN, Rain Forever, and that's the name of the song. So tonight's live, I'm gonna play the song, but I'm not gonna leave this song up in the queue. I'm not gonna leave this song up in the queue. So, alright, when I play it, I'm taking it down after that. Like I'm gonna delete it, and this is gonna be the only time that this song is gonna be seen. Cause after the live is over with, I'm gonna take it down. You know what I'm saying? Like this one, I'm taking it down. I'm gonna take it down. But I did want y'all to hear this song. You know what I'm saying? So the whole topic, man, it's an interesting topic, man. Let me see here. I do wanna I'm trying to wait and allow time for some people to come in. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm trying to allow some time for people to come in. So while I allow time,
is there more stuff outside?
I brung every
stuff we gotta get.
Unless it's inside your car.
No, in the truck.
Alright, I done got all of that.
Whew, thank you.
Alright, so yeah, basically, yeah, like I'm trying to allow time for some people to come in. That was my wife. She bumped in or whatever, asked me a question or whatever. But while I wait and allow time for people to come in, I'm going to play some music. Now I'm not gonna play the one song that I started off. I'm not gonna play that until some people come into the live or whatever. But because like I said, after this live, I'm taking this one down. I'm snatching it back, whatever. So let me go and let's play some music real quick, man. I want to play something. I want to play something good. I want to play something good. Let me see here. What should I play, man? I think I'm gonna play something off of Light Work. Yeah, I'm gonna go play something off of Light Work. That's what I'm gonna do. So here we go. Bam. And I'm gonna play what? I think I'm gonna play Light Work. Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna play. Here we go. Yeah. T Matrix. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. When you go from success and the legacy strong, the third time around it's light work turning it on. It's like practicing a superpower. We learn to write in cursive, but we only use it in the needed hour. Until eventually it's cruise control. Some niggas' moves get old. When they under pressure, then they start to fold. I keep my pen cold like nitroglycerin. It ain't never gotta be sweet, but it's in the air like cinnamon. I double down while they closing shop. The way I speed up the hustle, they compare it to a broken watch. In other words, they can never stop time. And the second that they do, that's the second that rewinds. Light work. Like in cruise control going down the hill, you can tell the way my mic work. Light spurts, push the pedal to the floor, I should give them even more till the mic hurts. Light work, like in cruise control going down the hill, you can tell the way my mic work. Light spurts, push the pedal to the floor, I should give them even more till the mic hurts. I'm in my secret chamber like I'm Henry Danger. Out here cooking up these recipes for perfect strangers. It don't matter who the target for, the beat is aimless. Niggas that get it on the block or niggas that's famous. Just listen to it as you ride along. The whole album dopamine and we only on the intro song. They pay attention when the chef is in the kitchen. These pots and pans are rattling, I'm cooking something vicious. Stove on 400, I'ma give them what they wanted. I'm a connoisseur to the sober and the blunted. While I make maneuvers and the beat it starts to plummet, I'ma tell them that it's easy, a field goal punt it. Light work, like in cruise control going down the hill, you can tell the way my mic work. Light spurts, push the pedal to the floor, I should give them even more till the mic hurts. Light work. Yo. So, all right, I'm back. Fresh off of a Tay-Tay's event, y'all. We just sold at we set up in Lancaster, South Carolina, or whatever, at the spot that we usually set up. We had a good sale. Different people came out. They enjoyed it. They got food or whatever. They got to listen to some music, or whatever. And I got to talking to this one guy, and he was like, yo, he was like, so you do music? I was like, yeah, I do music. He was like, let me hear something. So I let him hear one of my songs. I let him hear the song Dear Mama, because we got talking on that subject. He was telling me about, he wrote a song to his mom, but he never got a chance to produce it or record it or nothing like that. And, if I see that guy again, I'm going to tell him, yo, you need to come through and let's record that song and let's make it real. Anyway, got to talking to the guy. And the guy was like, he said, yo, man, you sound like Nas. He said, you know who you sound? You sound like a South Carolina Nas. That's what he said. I was like, yeah, man, I get that a lot. And you know what this dude told me? He said, you need to make a diss track on 50 Cent while T.I. and them are jumping on 50. You need to jump on 50 too. I'm like, man, dude, I listened to him. And I'm like, man, nah. All I did is listen. I didn't take his advice. I listened to him. I'm like, dude, I ain't got nothing to do with that battle. That battle between I ain't got nothing to do with that battle between T.I. and 50 Cent and Papoose and everybody else. I ain't got nothing to do with that, man. Like, that does not affect my life in any way, shape, form, or fashion, man. Like, I'm not about to do that, man. But he tripped me out. He was like, yo, he said, if you do it right now, it'll be official, man. He said, you just jump in and find I'm like, nah, man. I don't know why he said that. I don't know what connections he made in his mind to say that, but it was interesting. I ain't even gonna lie. It was interesting. He was like, yo, you should go do a diss track too why they jumping on 50? You should do one too, man. He was like, I'm like, nah, man. I know he was probably thinking, yeah, man, if it sound like Nas, it'll get a lot of views. Nah, man, I'm not about that. I'm not about that. I'm not about that life right there, man. You know, like I don't care if I sounded like doggone Pinky in the Brain, man. I'm not about to jump into no battle that don't got nothing to do with me. See, that's how you mess yourself up. That's how you doggone mess up that's how you mess up a lot of stuff by putting yourself. hmm
The door broke.
I it broke all the way.
You can't lock it.
Oh yeah, I'll fix it. I know what to do.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I got it. So yeah, I'm not about to put myself. I'm not about to put myself into places that I don't belong, into battles that I don't belong. Could you close the door back? She ain't closed the door. Oh. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me close this door. Let me close this door real quick. Oh. Oh. All right. Yo, yo. We are back. We back. We back. We back. All right. So, yeah, man. My man was like, you should jump in the battle, man. You know, or whatever, and insert yourself in the battle. See, that's how people get messed up. That's how people get messed up. You know, like he'll sit there, man, like and then on top of that, they be like, who is this no name dude that sound like Nas trying to jump, or whatever, man, But then he told me, he said, man, you should go up to Atlanta, and holler at Ti. I'm like, man, and like that, all of that sounds good. All of that stuff sound real good. It sound real good, but it's not doggone. That's not how you That's not how you do it, man. Like it's a better way of doing it, man. I'm like, to me, that's like being a gimmick, like trying to be a gimmick, whatever. And I never been about doing the gimmicks, man. I always been about a straight shooter or whatever, man. So it was just interesting that my man said that. But yeah, we fresh off of Tay Tay's event, man, and we did pretty good, man. I had to offload and onload and offload, man. It was a lot of heavy lifting, but we got it done, man. But yeah, man, it was an interesting thing, man. And y'all, it's like in this whole thing of this whole journey of being an independent artist, man. Like it's been real interesting, man. It's been real interesting because you present what you have to different ones, and all they can say is yes or no, man. And you can't let the no's hurt your feelings. It's never personal. It's never personal to when you see the no's, when you hear the no's. I was talking to this one lady today, and she came to get some food. She's a repeat customer. She came to get some food, and I was like, hey, well, since I already got you, buying my food, and the food's good, why don't you let me interest you in some music? She's like, I listen to my own music. I said, okay, all right, cool, no problem, no sweat on my pet, whatever, it's all good. But you can't take it personal. You cannot. This is not the business for personal feelings. You can't have your feelings on your sleeve, man. You gotta be hard. You gotta understand that it's gonna be a lot of no's before you get a yes. You know what I'm saying? And man, it's just been an interesting trip, man. It's been an interesting journey. Um, I had some opportunities, uh, that came, and they passed, and whatever. And you can't never keep looking back on the opportunities that you had or whatever. You can't do that. You could talk about them, for to enlighten, um, another other artist or whatever to help them on their path, but you can't get caught up in the things that didn't work. You have to concentrate and focus on the stuff that is working. That's a part of this journey as an artist. That's a part of this journey. That's a big part of it. And that's basically where we at right now, man. I got the iconic legacy experience on Google Play. To all who inquire about it, you can go over on Google Play and check it out. I also need to make a redaction because I said that it was available on Amazon Music, but it's not going to be available officially on Amazon Music until April 1st. So I have to make that redaction. I apologize to y'all for telling y'all it was there. It's not there yet. It's gonna be there April 1st if I'm not mistaken. April 1st. That's April Fool's Day if I'm not mistaken. So that's when the iconic legacy experience is supposed to be on Amazon Music, y'all. So, but yeah, man. This journey, man. This journey is very interesting, man. It's a very interesting journey, and you just keep pushing. You don't let the nose affect you. You doggone keep doing what you know to do, and eventually it picks up, man. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was plenty of times that Nipsey Hussle felt like, man, you know what, this ain't doing nothing, this ain't working or whatever. He had those quiet thoughts, but those thoughts that he had, he brung them under subjection and was like, you know what, whatever, that's I can't focus on the negative. I got to stay on the positive. And if you know that you have something to offer to the people will gravitate to it. They will recognize your character. They'll recognize that what you have to offer. And that's what it is, man. So that's what we got going on. It was something else I wanted to talk about too. Other than the new song that I'm going to premiere tonight. Like I said, I'm going to take it down soon as I premiere it. But I just wanted to get it people's ear on it, whatever. I'm still contemplating whether I should play it, or whatever. But yeah, man, this whole life is an interesting thing, man. My son, he was playing a lot of my older music, and I was like, man, I was sitting there listening to this is a lot of old unreleased music. He has a lot of my old unreleased music, and I was sitting there listening to it, and I was like, dang, I forgot about that. Wow, it's interesting. And then I listened to the mixes that I had on the music then, and I was like, ooh, it was disgusting. It was made my ears cringe. It's crazy how that happens, man. But that's called growth. Over time, you learn. When you know to do better, you do better. Whatever. Not to mention, on my final project that I was working on for Full Sail University, I got my final grade on it, and the final grade was a 93. So your boy doing good. Whatever. So, hey, it's whenever I come back on here, I'm gonna be. I can't wait to show y'all the certificate, you know, of my accomplishments. I can't wait. I cannot wait, man. That's gonna be a great day. It's gonna be a great day, man. But yeah, that's something that I have to look forward to, because this is the final month, if I'm not mistaken. I think this is the final month. But yeah, y'all, everything's been going beautiful, man. And it's just been good vibes, good energy, man. And that's the way we go keep it. So let's see what else I wanted to talk about. What else did I want to talk about, man? It was something else that I wanted to talk about. Um, I believe it was that it was something else. It was a clip that I saw. Um, I would play it, but I don't want to mess up what I have, my settings or whatever. But I tell you what, while I think about it, let me go ahead and give you another song from Lightwork. Let me see here. I think I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna play it safe, y'all. I'm gonna play it safe, and I'm gonna give y'all checks and balances. Yeah, Tom. What up, Seahawks? You know what we came to do, right? We gotta make it official. Yeah. This is history in the making. Watch time catapult, the ceiling is for the taking. The hard part is done, we don't weighed all the averages. Now this be the season of checks and the balances. Yeah, this is history in the making. Watch time catapult, the ceiling is for the taking. The hard part is done, we don't weighed all the averages. Now this be the season of checks and the balances. All my life I've been fighting to be the best. They say it ain't real unless you say it with your chest. Through all of my troubles and trials, I kept pushing like the little engine that could and buried my smile. We built a whole movement, left a trail of consistency. Breadcrumbs to follow, every step was deliberately. When you add it up, you see zeros in the making. Put the one in front of that. This ain't donuts that we baking. Album fresh out the oven, I hit Seahawks for a feature. He told me he was done with his two. We dropped record after record, two pillars, carrying different perspectives. Like the view from the moon to the earth with a directive. Blueprint in the bars, every sentence got a message. Calculated steps, no guessing in the method. Gravity pushing force, that's physics in motion. Stay afloat when the waves try to pull me into the ocean. My independent grind, had to learn how to pivot. Stay connected like a rivet, I reinvented the vision. From basement to stages, we stacking up the proof. We told you with Boss T that we gotta tell the truth. This is history in the making. Watch time catapult, the ceiling is for the taking. The hard part is done, we done weighed all the averages. Now this be the season of checks and the balances. Yeah, this is history in the making. Watch time catapult, the ceiling is for the taking. The hard part is done, we done weighed all the averages. Now this be the season of checks and the balances.
We talking checks and balance. We put here to show you that talent. Paper we stacking, we the truth with this rapping. Love to spend that money, I'ma spoil my fam. I give a helping hand. This history in the making. Big cash we chasing. I'm the critic from the basement that kept saying it's not my time, just keep up your grind. Y'all not understanding these streams. Plus, we create high content on your screen. My discography mean we ain't getting no bands. This ain't adding up. These platforms will gas you up. We charge a fee, they ask for us. We cost big bucks, spend about this bread. Keep this family fed. Y'all capping don't deserve the bread. We the ones called fire. Y'all ain't putting us out. Label having doubts. This history in the making. We gon' make it count. Time to cash us out. I'm on a paper route. From NY, they know for getting plenty money down south.
This is history in the making. Watch time catapult, the ceiling is for the taking. The hard part is done, we done weighed all the averages. Now this be the season of checks and the balances. Yeah, this is history in the making. Watch time catapult, the ceiling is for the taking. The hard part is done, we done weighed all the averages. Now this be the season of checks and the balances. Yeah. That was Checks and Balances off the free album titled Light Work. That's the free album that you get once you download the Iconic Legacy Experience, and then you travel over to Syncify official site, and then you type in the passcode that I give you, which unlocks the free album, and then you're able to download the free album, and you'll have it directly on your phone, or you can listen to it and enjoy it on Syncify. You know what I'm saying? Syncify is the artist first platform where we thought about you, and we gave you all the tools that you need to win, all the tools that you need to be the artist that you thrive to be. You have those tools to do that, and you're able to win with Syncify. Yo, so this is something else that I wanted to talk about too, y'all. I'm thinking about um, I'm thinking about offering like some sort of a mentorship, to 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 other artists, or whatever. I'm thinking about offering a mentorship, and in this mentorship, it's not lyric based. It's gonna be for um, mixing, and it's just gonna be an aid. It's just gonna be an aid, and I'm thinking about doing that, and I want to be able to get a response from people if I should do it or not. You know what I'm saying? I've been thinking about it, thinking about it, thinking about it, thinking about it. It came to my mind today, and I said, you know what? Maybe I should offer a mentorship. I should come up with a dedicated teaching regiment. To teach people how to get the sound that they're looking for. Whatever. And it's just gonna be something to get you in the right ballpark of vicinity. Whatever. When I first after my first couple of months in Full Sail, um, there was a company that reached out to me, and they was asking for that specific thing. They have a lot of students that want to learn how to record in Logic's Pro or Pro Tools. They want to learn how to record at a pro level and in these DAWs. And I had the opportunity, but the thing is, I felt like I would be shortchanging them if I did it before I completed my program. So I felt like I said I need to complete this program before I even take into this before I do this. And it's a paid gig. It was a paid gig, whatever. But the thing is, I don't want to shortchange nobody, whatever. Like I want to be able to have all my ducks in a row before I do something like that, because I know a lot of people are interested in in what I know, not blowing my own horn or not being conceited. I know a lot of people want to know a lot of the things that I know, and I'm definitely willing to share it. I'm an open book, man. I share everything with y'all. Like whenever I learn something, I tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm an open book in that regard. And so let's see here. I was thinking about doing that. I don't know. It's still possibly it's still in the thought process. Whatever. I haven't made up my mind or anything. I know I got a lot on my plate too as well. I got a lot of albums that I'm working. I got a lot of projects that I'm working on right now. I'm working on a project. It's gonna be like an EP with C-Mac. I'm working on an EP with Grayskull Production, Grayskull Beats. I'm working on a project with Category 5. It's called Timeout. Hold on, no, what is it called? Ah, man. What is it called? Oh man, I can't remember it. I can't remember it. I think it's I got the folder in here, but but I'm working on an EP with it's gonna be an EP that's gonna be consistent of all the beats is gonna be from Category 5, located in Charlotte, North Carolina. I got that. Oh man, I'm trying to think of the name, man. Down in the middle of a dynasty. In the middle of a dynasty. I think that's what it's called. I think that's what it's called. Or it might be called Dynasty. All right, I got the folder. Like I said, I got. Matter of fact, you know what? Just instead of sitting here doing this, let me just pull up the folder, y'all. Bam. Where is it at? Category 5. right here. That's not. These are just beats that's done. Where's it at, man? Let's see here. Bam, 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 bam. We go here. No, all these. That's not it. That's not it. KDM, K Series, J White, Hollywood, ebook, C Mac, Lockness, Mark Soul Nation URL. It's not in there. Okay, so bam. It's not in there. It must be on one of my other hard drives. But yeah, it's gonna be an EP with Category 5, all using all his beats or whatever, and I think it's called In the Middle of a Dynasty. But yeah, so hold up, nah, that is not what I wanted to pull up. Come on, where is it at? There we go. Yeah, it's gonna be, yeah. So I got that's something that's in the works. And then I have my own fourth album that I'm working on called Open Eyes. Open Eyes is in the works. That's something definitely that's gonna be um, it's definitely gonna be in the works. What in the world? Why does it do that? As soon as I put it up, that's weird. That is so weird. That is so weird. But yeah, I got a lot of projects going on, man. I got a lot of stuff going on, and it's definitely like I'm going like after this graduation, it's gonna be like full speed ahead into all of these projects and knocking them out, finishing them, getting everything done, and then trying to do some other stuff, or whatever. Like as you know, like I know a lot. Okay, that yeah, I know a lot. I know a lot that I'm working a lot of things um on the technical aspect of stuff too. But yeah, I played that, man. I was trying to give some time, man. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna play it tonight. The song that I was gonna play, the new song I was gonna play it. I'm not gonna play it tonight. I think I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna not play it, and I'm gonna leave this live up, whatever. But the whole conversation that I was talking about was about knowing knowing who the villain is in the story, knowing who the villain is in the story. Like you, like we often just take the narratives that are presented to us without doing any context clues to see what's really going on. And there's several stories that we've done that with. Several stories, man. Several stories that we've done that with. Like we just take the narrative that's given to us. I'm gonna tell you something interesting that I learned. Something interesting that I learned. And this is like I just learned this. That's all it was. I just learned it. But this video, I saw this video on YouTube where it was an English speaking guy from like one of those like islands or whatever, or whatever. I guess where they supposed to practice like voodoo and stuff like that. But the whole narrative of people sticking pins into voodoo dolls was kind of taken a whole crazy way, and the guy was breaking it down. He said in that time, he said black people weren't allowed to read. He said they weren't allowed to read, and if they were trying to learn to read, they were punished. So what would happen is, and this is the scenario. I like don't please hear me out before y'all check out, because I know people be like, "Yo, man, what is he talking?" But I'm just telling you what I learned, yo. So the guy said somebody would come to his house or whatever, and they be like, man, I've been having this headache, this reoccurring headache. It's just been crazy. And he said, oh, he said, so you've been having this reoccurring headache, you said? Yeah. So what the guy would do, he'd probably doggone take some ointment or some oil and rub it on the person's eyes or whatever, And then right before the person leaves, he'll take a piece, he'll take like some material, and he'll create this doll that looks as much like that person as possible, and then he'll put the needle in the head, and then he'll stick it on the wall. Bam. Right? So what happens after that, 2 weeks pass by, the person comes back and he says, hey, he said, yeah, you remember me? He said, I came here, I had the headache, I had the reoccurring headache. And he'll say, oh yeah, he said, how did your head feel now? And then the guy will be like, oh yeah, my head feels fine. So what he does is he goes and he grabs the doll and he pulls the needle out and he puts that doll away. All right, come to find out, the guy said that was a file keeping system. He said it was just a file keeping system, but a lot of people from a certain different nationality said that was they took it and they demonized it to make it look like something that it wasn't, and that was just a simple file keeping system. It was interesting to me. Now, if y'all want to do some deep diving into that, to look into it to see if whether or not that's true or not, be my guest. But it was definitely interesting enough for me to speak on it. Because sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. It's not sometimes either. It's more than sometimes. More than often, truth is stranger than fiction. And that goes back into the same conversation of perception. And taking the narrative that's always being presented to us. Like I saw this one particular video where and this video, it's a popular video on YouTube, where they have this a scene of events that take place, like and from one angle it looks like this guy is just being just messing with people all the whole day, like doing this whole walk from his house to his job. He looks like he's just messing with people from one angle. But then when you show a different angle, it actually shows that he was saving these people from different things that was happening during that time. So it's all about perception, man. Like a lot of things in life, it's about perception. Truth is stranger than fiction. And that's all I wanted to share with y'all tonight. Tomorrow I'm gonna take tomorrow off, and I will be back on here Monday, and maybe Monday I'll play that new song. Y'all check